we have to be very careful.
Hey Pierre, Darren here from Singapore. A friend just gifted me a Jewel Orchid, but honestly, I have no idea how to take care of it. Don't even know how much to water lah. Since you're the expert on rare plants, can you help me check how to handle this? Thanks bro.
Well, Darren, I don't know if I can help you, but I can show you. Come with me! Okay, Darren, so I just arrived. And where am I? I am in the Malaysian highlands rainforest. And why am I here? Because this is here that we might have a chance to find an exceptional plant, a beautiful plant, so beautiful that it feels that it has been handmade. I'm talking about the Jewel Orchid, Anoectochilus. The name comes from the ancient Greek. Anoectos means open and lektos means lips. So open lips. You see, Darren, most of orchids shine through their complex, intricate flowers. But Anoectochilus, it's all about foliage. A very, very unique foliage, dark velvety, almost black, and zébré with some shiny vein that seems to have been made with copper thread. A beauty of nature. So let's try to find this beauty and see in which type of environment it lives, so that maybe you can learn things about how to maintain this plant properly. All right, so let's stop the blah blah for now and let's go. Are you coming or what? Mother Nature doesn't like to wait. Some Elastostema genus. Beautiful plant. The forest is so dark at the moment, and which is quite normal because the plant we are looking for today is actually a shade lover. While many orchid species are epiphytic, Anoectochilus is strictly a terrestrial orchid, meaning that it lives really at the ground floor and in a layer of damp humus and decaying leaves, where it is in a constant shade because most of the daylight is filtered by the very dense canopy of the forest. And it lives in an environment which is extremely humid, like above 80% all the time. Pretty difficult to progress in this forest. But luckily, I am an all-terrain reporter and I can go everywhere for you to show you the plants that you love. Nothing is gonna stop me. So it's so dark that it's really difficult for me to spot plants on the ground floor. Maybe this afternoon, if there is a little bit more light, it will be easier. Alocasia peracensis. And this specimen is almost silver. Really, really beautiful plant. Look at this. Only in Malaysia. So the forest is so dark at the moment. Spotting Anoectochilus is gonna be a real challenge. You know, unless it's right under my foot. I really don't know how I'm gonna find it. Ah, so now that it's becoming real, you wanna quit this video? It doesn't work like this, my friend. You clicked on this video, now you're in it with me. So we go together to the end. Come on! We have to help out our bro Darren here. And when a bro needs help, I answer. Because that's what we do on this channel. Whoa, is there something over there? Well, you know what I said about the bro things, and we answer if a bro is in trouble and so on. Does it also work if there are tigers in the forest, or no? Maybe we can make an exception for this situation, right? What? Me a coward? Say that to my face. Oh, okay, not so close. Do you know what this plant is? Huh? No? Oh, come on. You haven't been paying attention, you know. I explained to you many times. This is Amorphophallus. This is the last time I tell you. You better remember this time, huh? Ooh, look what I found. This is Labicia, well known among the terrarium community because it's a beautiful plant, particularly when it's young, like this one. And it loses a little bit its beauty when it gets bigger. As you see, this one is already a bit bigger. So the sun is finally coming out, which will make my life a bit easier to spot orchids on the ground. Yeah, because to make matters worse, the plant we are looking for today is quite a small plant. It is a small beauty, so even harder to find. You see, this time is different. You know, normally when I'm looking for a plant, I call the rangers from the forest a few weeks before. They go in the forest, they look for the plant for a few weeks, they find the plant, they call me, I fly here, I pretend to look for the plant for the whole day. I find the plant, give the rangers a lot of money, but this time I didn't have the time to call the rangers, so I really have to find it on my own. No, it's not true, guys. Every time I struggle to find the plant. But this time I have the feeling that I'm gonna be struggling even more. I don't know why. Sometimes I just feel it. Oh, guys, I found a monster, literally. A true monster. Ooh, my God. What the fuck? Look at the size of this baby. Damn. Oh my God. Look at the size of this guy. Jesus Christ. Oh my God, I found a snake, a snake, a snake. No, it's not a snake. It's a eel. Beautiful insect. And not dangerous, very peaceful insect. But to be honest with you, I've never seen such a big one. Look at this. It's bigger than my hand. What a beautiful creature, really. Oh no, it's climbing on me. Alright, dude, bye bye. Have a nice life in the forest. I'm gonna continue my hunt for the orchids. See you! Alright, enough playing with the animals. We have a mission to do. Don't get distracted. Let's go! Focus! Playing with the eel put a weird smell on my fingers. I think this must be a defense mechanism against the predators. So, yeah, very strong smell, and it. What? Let's explore this granitic rock. No, I see a lot of Gesneriaceae, but nothing that looks like an orchid anywhere. Oh, look at this tree! Completely entangled around the rock. So if you want my advice, no? Oh. No, but no, you know, if you don't want my help, you know, I stay quiet, huh? That's really too bad because it was very helpful tips, but you don't want, so I respect. Parcours! Oh my god! Look at this white dot plant. Damn! I have no idea what this is, but incredible, guys. One thing which is convenient with Anoectochilus is that it's one of the rare plants on earth that answers when you call it. So I will call it to see if there is any around here. Anoectochilus, bist du daheim? Yeah, because it has been described by a German botanist, so by default it speaks German. Nein! So no, nothing here, obviously. So the way is blocked, but of course this will not stop me. So I don't know how many spiders I've eaten this morning, but remember, you wanted this. You clicked on the video. So now I don't want to hear anything. Nothing. I'm stuck. Ew. You are a spiky one. You know, even if it were right under my nose, I'm not even sure I could spot it because it's a dark brown orchid on a dark brown soil, so not easy at all. Maybe at night with a flashlight it would be easier to spot the very shiny veins. So, and what the hell is this? You know, it's not a fallen flower. This one really lives here, directly on the ground. I have no idea what this is, but spectacular plant. Ah, interesting finding. So this plant here is Anthurium. Go away. This plant here is Anthurium andreanum, and this plant has absolutely no business being here. It's a plant coming from South America, but I've seen a lot in the gardens nearby, so this one must be an escapee. So I don't know what time it is, but I'm starting to be a little bit hungry, and is it? No, it's just another fallen leaf. It is harder than I thought, you know. Honestly, thought that I could find it pretty easily, but it's really difficult. Anyway, let's continue for now. Yes, I 100% regret not having my machete with me now. I thought it would be an easy trail and that I would not need to use my machete because it's quite heavy, to be frank. But looks like nobody went this way for a long time. So the jungle is extremely dense and the path is very bad. And the machete would have been very useful here. Look at this berry, bright blue. I find a lot of very interesting plants, you know, that I'm sure I would not be able to find if I were specifically looking for them. But the one that I'm looking for, of course, is the one that I don't find. It's always like that. But someone very wise told me one day, the harder the struggle, the more beautiful the plant. So, let's keep hope. Damn, even with mosquito repellent, here I get bitten. Mosquitoes here are very hardcore. What is this? Well, it could have worked. Never try, never know. So it's all fun here, but my camera battery is empty, so I need to stop for a little bit and recharge. And at the same time, have a break, drink and eat, and remove the leeches. What? You want one? There you go. Okay. Okay, this is the last one. I give it to you. No. No. So you can drink my blood, but you don't drink my power. This is forbidden. I need it to record, so off limits. Get away. nope. Okay. And now. Oh yeah. You see that? You see that? Sometimes I can hear some plane passing well above in the sky. I can't see them, but I can hear them. And it's like reminds me of mankind somewhere, even though here I'm completely isolated in the forest. This is not Jewel Orchid, although it's a bit similar. But no, this one is from the family of the Piper. Animal-wise, this jungle is very happening. I didn't have the time to record it, but there's a very big owl that just flew over me right now. I must have scared it. Look, there is a wasp which wants to enter the beehives to eat the honey. But the bees are guarding the entrance. Yeah. Ooh. A beautiful aracee here with the flowers. I don't know the name. Maybe a species of Humalumina is possible. Come on, leeches. You suck! So there was a very big noise here. Something just came out. Can you hear that? It's probably a monkey. Hello? Hello? The problem when you're in a leeches infested area is that even if they are not on you, you always feel that they are on you. So, well, well, in this case, it was on me. So, oops. This is the most serious lead I had since the beginning of the day. Let's check it out. Bingo! Darren, we found it. Look! There it is. Et voila! So there you are, Anoectochilus, terrestrial orchid. And as you can see, so those one are strictly terrestrial, living in right at the ground floor in a mix of decaying leaves and very humid humus, and in a lot of darkness. Look how those shiny veins are contrasting with the very dark leaves. Look how hard it is to distinguish from the rest of the substrate here. And look who's trying to get inside my shirt. No, 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 no. You get out. Bye bye. The temperature is almost 24 degrees Celsius, and the relative humidity is about 80% at the moment. So this is really the conditions for this plant. And those plants are currently receiving about 300 lux, which is quite low, so they really strive in the shadows. And I'm getting covered with leeches, so I will not stay here for too long, and I will finish this video quickly. So Darren, now how to take care of the Jewel orchid? Well, first the substrate. Don't use a regular substrate, use a very airy and moisture retaining substrate like sphagnum moss mixed with perlite and some chunky parts like orchid barks, for example. Then second, only use distilled water or rainwater to water them, and humidify the substrate, but never let the plant sit in a damp substrate. And last part, most important, provide it with a high level of humidity, so about 70–80% humidity. So the best is to cultivate them in a closed terrarium or a closed box, and from time to time crack the lid open a little bit to refresh the air and let them breathe a bit. So that's it. And look who is trying to get into my pocket here. No, 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 no. Get the hell out. Oh, and also Darren, provide your orchids with very indirect light. You see, in nature, they really strive in very low light, so you don't need to provide it with a very expensive grow light. They don't need it actually. All right, Darren, so my mission. Oops. All right, Darren, so my mission here is over. I believe that now you are also an expert of the Jewel orchid. As for the rest of you guys, if you also are struggling with a houseplant, just send me a video message, and maybe, if you are lucky, I'm going to get it in the forest for you. Yes, that's what I do. So I'm done here. Now I will try to find my way back to civilization. I have no idea which way it is, but we'll see. So my couch explorers, as always, stay hot and stay moist. I'm out. I heard something moving over there. I think there is a dangerous wild animal. Can you see it? Look at this. This is a jungle dog. It's a very dangerous species. We have to be very careful. Oh, look, there are two of them. It's a family. It's extremely rare to see those jungle dogs. Wow, what an amazing experience. I'm shaking literally. I could never believe I would see that one day in my life. Such a privilege to witness this animal from so close. Such a wild animal. Oh my god.